everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to another one of my live video. Maybe I need a little bit more light in. Welcome, 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 each and every one. Thank you for being here. Ah, so happy and thankful for this day. Today is Tuesday. We know the week is going by super fast, right? But nevertheless, let's talk about it. All right. Let me just start off by saying this, right? Divine timing. Divine timing is everything, y'all. Okay? Because what if I tell you that the reason why your plans keep getting delayed oftentimes is not failure, but it's for protection. Okay? It's all protection. I know sometimes we may want thing in our timing, but it doesn't work out that way, right? The very same thing we're waiting on being prepared for us, you know, it's just God's timing is everything. I just want you to know that. And that's what we're talking about today, divine timing. I used to feel that way when things doesn't work out to my expectation. I used to be like that. God, why this isn't working for me? But now I'm understanding that it's all about the divine timing. Okay? That's what that is. So we're going to talk about that. Let me wait a few minutes to see if anyone hop on. In fact, let me go ahead and change my lighting. 1 second, y'all. Okay, so I turn it up just a little. But today has been going well. I got a few things done, and I'm like, let me hop on early today because I have a lot other things to do. So, and I made sure that I'm able to uh, hear myself to make sure that the audio and everything is right. So we got Lamont in the building. Hey, Lamont, thanks for being here. Happy Tuesday. Appreciate you for being here, my brother. We're talking about divine timing, right? We got to stop thinking that we're behind. We got to know that whatever is happening right now, it's happening now. And you're where you're supposed to be. Just know that. I used to always feel like, oh, I'm not where I would like to be. And I talked about it even my recent video, right? How life shift, right? So I want to share with you my perspective on that. And not everything you have to believe me on, but I truly feel like whatever God put in store for us, it's supposed to be that way. It's just supposed to. So we can't murmur. We can't be depressed. We can't procrastinate. Just leave it as it is because at the end of the day, divine timing is everything. So we want to touch on that. Patient builds strength, right? Never forget that. The waiting season develop characters and resilience. Sometimes when we're in the waiting stage, right? Some of us we get impatient, some of us we have attitude, some of us we act the most like way just because things don't happen now to our expectation. But truth be told, you're building your character in between it, right? How patient are you? Are you ignorant about the situation? Are you going to be humble? Are you going to wait? Right? And through it all, whether it's good or bad, whether you're struggling through it or not, you'll be able to know if you're able to build resilience within it. Are you able to move out of there, moving from point A to point B? So for me, I mean, I've went through some hardship at times, certain part of my life, and I used to question myself, why me, why not? And I said to myself, God, are you trying to teach me something? But then look at me here. I'm thinking about it, how my life has transformed in a positive way, despite I am going through something, but still, it's still positive. Like it could have been worse. Many other people's situation is worse than mine. And here am I complaining. When I think about that, sometimes I'll meet people, and then when they start to inform me on their story, on their reality, I'm like, Camille, you here talking about this, complaining about that, and their situation is worse. So these are things that we have to really think about. Lamont said so true. I'm telling you, Lamont, delays are not denial. Let's think about that as well. It is not denial, because just because it didn't happen yet, it doesn't mean that it won't. Because sometimes God is preparing us. Sometimes when He give us the things that we want right now, instantly, this minute, we can't even handle it. We can't handle it because what, we're not prepared for it. So sometimes when things doesn't happen to our expectation, He's building character through it, right? And so the patient stage, the humbling stage, He's preparing us so when it comes, then we're able to handle it. Same goes to money management. Sometimes we overspend, sometimes we don't even know how to budget ourselves. So why are we asking for something that we can't manage? We can't even budget properly. Those are the things that are into the equation. So when things doesn't happen right away, it doesn't mean like it's not going to happen. It just simply means that we have to wait upon Him so that we can prepare for it. So when the time comes, we know how to handle it. Because a lot of us get it and we don't even know what to do with it. We can't handle it. And that's why sometimes when people purchase their home, people purchase their car, people purchase equipment, people purchase this, they lose it instantly, just because they don't know, they're not prepared on how to deal with it. And that's why we got to be humble with the process of growth. Everything is divine timing. Yes, Lamont. For those who just hop in, please go ahead and double tap as you're coming in so we can get YouTube to push out this video, this live streaming rather. Okay. So let's think about that. Divine protection. Sometimes what you think you want isn't best for you right now. I just talked about that. It's not best for you. One, you're not prepared for it. And sometimes you want something, but it's not good for you. I'm not even going, it's just not good for you because you can't handle it. Not just that, too, depending on your cognitive reasonability. The other person on the other side of the spectrum, you probably can't handle that person, right? You may get the car and you don't even understand the modern or the newest technology in the car. So you want it so bad, but you don't even know how to operate it. You may want the job because it pays more, right? But you getting in the job and not becoming knowledgeable of it. You're not adequately knowing it enough to carry out the full day task. But you want it because it's paid more. And guess what? You lack performance. You lack production. So we just have to be careful. And I've seen this too many times. And I can say, fair share, I have encountered one and two of them. But I'm learning. I'm not preaching, Lamont. I'm not preaching. I'm just talking. I'm talking based on experience. I'm talking based on friends' experience. I'm talking based on other people, that experience the same. And one thing in common, it's all about timing. We lack divine timing. Yep. Perfect alignment. I wrote what I want to say because sometimes I can, you know, all over the place sometimes. So I'm just trying to hit them one after the next. But I know what I'm talking about because it's all of some of them are my experience and some others are experiencing the same. But it comes back down to one thing: divine timing. So when I say perfect alignment, right? Divine timing brings the right people. That's a fact. When we wait on the right time, the resources come, the right people, we get into the right room, we get the right information, you know, and I could go deeper into that, but I won't. But perfect alignment bring the right people, opportunity, and resources together. If you agree with me, type me a one in the chat. Yes, it happens. I'm a true testimony to that. When I humble myself, when I, be patient with the process, the right people come, the right opportunity come, the right resources come. I'm telling you. So, my friend, faith over frustration. Let me say that again. Faith over frustration. Trust in God's time and keep you from forcing time. Because guess what? As long as you understand that, you know what, I may want it right now, but let me wait on God because He's going to deliver on the time when I truly need it. He's going to show up in a time when I truly need this opportunity, need this money, need the right people, whatever that is. But if you trust God's timing, it'll set the tone. But sometimes we're not even humble enough to wait. Sometimes ignorance gets the best of us. Sometimes we get into our emotion. We let emotion get the best of us. And so we react too quickly. And then when we jump too quickly, then what happens when we jump too quickly? We made a hot mess. Then we going back and asking God to correct it. When He simply told you, just wait upon me. But no, we jump too quickly. Let me just pull the beam out of my own eye. Yes, I've done it also. Yes. And I had to go back and I said, God, please help me. But it's not only me. Many others face the same issue. We jump too quickly. We got Dr. Swami in the building. Hey, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Yeah, we're talking about divine timing. So we've got to be patient with the process. Preparation season. Let's talk about the preparation season because the preparation season, it doesn't feel good. The preparation, it put us in fear. It put us in procrastination. It puts us in imposter syndrome, right? And the list goes on and on. Not everyone can handle the preparation season for the divine timing. For those who just hop in, go ahead for me and double tap. But again, delay often means that you're being prepared for what you prayed for. Okay? That's what it means. Whatever you're praying for, it's not going to happen overnight. You got to give God time now. And when you pray, don't keep praying for it over and over because this simply means that you lack faith. Because faith without work is dead, right? So when you pray for something, you pray one or twice and that's it. Don't keep praying for the same thing. Because right there, you're insulting God that you don't believe in Him. And I used to do that. I tell you guys, every time you see me come out here, I don't just talk to talk. Okay? I talk because of things that I have experienced to myself. And when I network with people and the language is the same, it's confirmation. I'm not alone. I'm not alone in this. Today I put up a post, right? I don't have it all together, but I'm becoming a better version of myself each and every day. So therefore, I thank my Father. I thank God that each day He's given me chances. What if my chance was dependent on mankind? They probably would have killed me already. Hello. But thank God for His grace that even though I may not have it all together, day to day, He's helping me. He's making me more aware of what I'm probably not doing right, what I need to make improvement on, what I can do differently, and how I can move forward. And I'm not afraid to tell anyone that, yes, I mess up at times. Lamont said, we make God laugh sometimes, right? Yes, Dr. Swami, God is faithful. And for that, I am so thankful for His unmerited favor. And that's why I said divine timing is everything. We've got to be patient. We got to be patient with the process. Avoiding costly mistakes. Ah! Avoiding costly mistakes. Okay? Got to be careful with that. Moving too early can ruin a blessing. Do you believe that? Moving too quickly. Yes. We miss the blessing because we jump too fast. Sometimes feeling get the best of us. Sometimes the flesh is craved. Our eyes tend to see things and we feel like we can't wait. And sometimes we don't even know that the person on the back end wants to bless us and we jump spending, getting it when someone could have already blessed us. So many different ways we can look at this. You're praying for this and you're not humble enough to wait on the process. And because of that, you went on to make a step, jumping into the wrong position. And then it's costing you twice. It's costing you your sleep. It's costing peace. It's costing you less time to spend with your family. And the list goes on and on. I'm just saying, whatever we're doing, let's avoid costly, costly mistakes, okay? Got to be careful with that. Another thing is peace in the process. Listen, y'all, I've been going through a situation for a little while and I prayed upon it. I fast about it. Um I've done so many different things and timing is everything. I thought I didn't have the strength to get through the process of it. But my father, and one thing I needed in it was peace. I needed peace in the process. And I'm not 100% there yet, but I can sleep at night. Okay? I can smile, right? I could come up here and post pictures and say, hey, you get what I'm saying? Peace. I'm not homeless. I have my family. I have my job. I have my car. I have my church family. There's so much to give God thanks for. Yes, peace is the best. I'm grateful and I thank God for my peace because I struggled with that for years. Growth during the wait, right? You become wiser, more grounded, and more equipped once you're able to wait within the process. Because that right there is challenging. Okay? So growth during the wait, that speaks volume. A lot of things should change. Once there's growth within you, you should speak differently. Your mindset shift should be different. People will see it on the outside. Once you see the growth, there should be a transformation. But again, my friend, like I said, peace is important. Testimony from others. Let me tell you, a few people saw me and they can tell that there's something different about me. Dr. Soimi said, yes, it's well with you, my sister. It's very sensitive season. Yes, yes, it is. It is. But God is faithful. No matter what, He is faithful. He is faithful no matter what. When things finally in a line, your story will inspire those who are waiting. Of lately, I think about 4 to 5 person asked me about me writing a book. And I don't know how they came to that assumption, right? I don't know how they came up with the idea in terms of me writing a book. I guess because I have so much information, I have so much experiences. But I'm telling you, God is faithful and He's just redirected my path. He is. Yes, Dr. Soimi, He is. He's redirecting my path. And again, I always say this, I don't have it all together. Because that's one thing for sure. I don't come up here. I do not brag. I don't boast. I don't acting like my world is, you know. But one thing for sure, I would not come up here to disgrace myself. I'm not doing that. We won't do that to profit from the world. No, 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 no. In any means necessary, I won't do it. But again, we just want to be patient with the process of life, because life is not easy. And I've always said it, life is not easy. It comes with hiccups, hurdles. Sometimes it shifts in different ways where you probably weren't expected it. It's kind of like you go to college to be an engineer, right? And you got the degree, and guess what happened? You're working as a, what do you call it, chef, or you're working in IT, or you're working in another field. That's how life is. Some people don't feel good about it. Likewise, some don't. But for whatever reason that is, the only thing that we can do is just pray about it and ask God for direction. But sometimes it doesn't matter how much we plan, God have a different plan for us. It's like Jonah, right? So we just have to use wisdom. Dr. Soimi said, there is a story behind the glory. Yes, there is. Absolutely true about that. No matter how much we plan, sometimes God has something else in store for us, another direction. But through the process of that, we got to trust the process with Him. Every time I did a video on that, I don't know when I'm gonna post it, or maybe I post it on the other channel. But every time I open up YouTube, I'm always seeing these type of videos. People not trusting people, people feeling lonely, people feeling abandoned. And it's like, the world is changing. People are saying that they can't speak to anybody, like they in need of want to talk to someone, but they can't trust who they're talking to. Isn't that sad? It's sad. It's really sad, because why did God put us here in the first place? To be among each other, to bless each other, to be of each other comfort. We should have love and compassion and everything else we can think of. But that's not what it is now. Very few. Yes, we do have very few. But right now, people are lack of love. They need people to talk to, and they're saying that they can't trust people. And let me tell you, I mean, I understand them. What's your thoughts on that? Like, I think it's the fifth video. Like, I have opened up YouTube. I keep seeing videos about people feeling lonely, mental health. They're feeling depressed. They feeling like, I was watching two videos today, and this one person was saying, that's a paradox. I don't know. But of lately, like, I'm saying to myself, and sometimes I feel that way, because like I've watched this one video with this guy. He was talking about, he's going through his situation, and when people needed him, he was there for them. But when he need help, there's no one to help him. Or perhaps when he's looking for someone to talk to, he'll give out all this information thinking that they will help him. And guess what happened? After he released all this information, then come to find out they can't help him. And so he released all this information. And guess what? What's the next step? On the phone with someone else, talking about this significant other, or what's going on with him. And the list goes on and on. And I get it. And trust me, that happened to me too one time. So who can we really trust? The only person we can trust is the good Lord. Take our prayer, take our needs to Him, and pray about it. There has to be first a healing from within. That's true. That is so true. But it's like, What's the perfect way to say this? Do people really know what is love and compassion though? Because I don't think so. People don't know how to forgive either. People say they forgive if someone done something wrong and they claim that they forgive, they bring it up 2 and 3 times. Is that really forgive? Self talk is best 85% of the time. When you say self talk is best, break it down for me, Lamont. You mean like identifying it yourself to see the problem is them? Break it down for me. Or you meant like just keep everything within? But I keep hearing these type of conversation here and there. People are really hurt. Okay, okay, I see. People are hurt. People are saying that there's no one to talk to. But Lamont, what if you're holding everything? Like, what if things is really bottling up and bothering you? And when you hold everything in, you just explode. What if a person can't afford like counseling or, you know, go to a therapist or something to that nature? Like, who do you really go to when you can't trust? For me, I always say God. Listen, when things are bothering me, I'll write it down on a piece of paper, okay? And I will get my Bible and stick it right in there and I'll pray about it. And when I pray about it, I'll just rip it up, throw it out, and I believe that he's going to change it. That's what I do. Cuz I have a hard time trusting people. Okay, got it, got it. Yes, I have a hard time trusting people. People fail me all the time. Mhm. I've experienced a lot. I gave my ideas, people take it and start it. I've been there, done that, helping people, and they're not there for me. Thank you, Dr. Soimi. I appreciate you. That's narrow. I don't really know that, but I appreciate you for that. Okay. Each one help one. You see that? Yeah. So it's not easy, y'all. So that's why I always say we should have at least one person in our corner that we can speak to. But again, I can't blame people for how they feel and who they, you know, talk to or who to trust because in this world it keeps changing. People are, mean. People are not kind anymore. We're lack of kindness. People aren't kind. Who Pencil Poetry, he did a video talking about that. He did a video on that the other day. Thanks again, Dr. Soimi. He did a video on that the other day. He was saying how people aren't kind, and kindness goes a long way. Do you know you can change people? Like if someone is going through something bad and you being kind to them can make such a significant difference. It could set the tone for the day. So we've got to be kind to one another. And I know I'm kind of off topic right now, but sometimes that's what it is. I just want to make sure I got all of everything I want to say, and then we can always move on to something. We got Jimmy in the building. Hey, Jimmy. Jimmy is tuning in from Mississippi. Thank you. Keep the good work. Yes, 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 I am. For those who just hop in, go ahead for me and double tap so YouTube could push out this video. I'm trying to give y'all 1 hour, of my time before I head out. Y'all know me already. I can't do this long thing of live streaming. So that's all. But I'm just happy to be here, y'all. And I just want to be a fruitful to those who really need it, right? My content, I try to make sure that I can pour into you, because I remember those times when I need someone to pour into me. I don't know your situation, I don't know your circumstances, but I know that YouTube platform is built upon so much negativity. So if I can be the 10% that can come up here, say something positive, that we can all uplift each other and grow together, that's what I'm all about up here. And I felt like today's topic, divine timing, is one of them, because we lack patience. And because of that, sometimes we all over the place. So I like to just come up here and just, you know, put them out one after the next. Dr. Swami said, let your heart remain right. God is faithful. He is. Hey, Fee Nicole, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. For those who just hop in, please go ahead for me and support this community. And if you're brand new here, I know one thing, YouTube needs to fix this. I have one problem with YouTube right now, and it's a feedback. I don't know if they're going to screen what I'm saying, or maybe I could drop it in a feedback email or something. But I feel like YouTube, whoever is watching, those 8 little people that is up there, I don't know who they are, but I feel like YouTube should just label them. Do y'all agree with me on that? Does your subconscious mind like think that way? Because for me, I'm like, if they're not saying nothing, I still want to know who is watching. We got Elf White in the building. Thank you for being here. Did I pronounce your name right? Is it Elfie? Appreciate you for being here today. We're talking about divine time. And if you're not brand new. I saw that you comment today on inside my community. So I appreciate you for being a part of this community. I don't know for how long you've been here, but I hope so far so good. Whatever information you found inside my community, whether that be my YouTube shorts, long form content, or live rather, either way, I appreciate you for being here. Go ahead for me and double tap for those who are coming in. So, y'all, divine timing is everything, right? Patient build struggle. I talked about that earlier. Delays are not denial, because a lot of times we lack patience. We don't have patience for some of what God have in store for us. Yet still, sometimes even when we pray for them and he said, you know what, since you keep praying about the same thing over and over, since you keep bothering me, hey, let me give it to you, but can you handle it? You know what I'm saying? So again, delays are not denial. Sometimes we just have to wait upon the Lord and say, when he provide or when he's ready for us, then it's time to go. Another thing that we talked about earlier was perfect alignment, right? We talked about how God will bring the right people into your life, the right people inside your community, the right people with the right resources, because that's important too. Everything doesn't have to be about money, the right people. Because I always say this, information changes situation, y'all. I don't care what you said. I know that for a fact. Information changes situation. Because as long as you are aware of something, then you know you can position yourself to experience that opportunity. You understand what I'm saying? So perfect alignment is everything. That's me, no patient. You're checking out Lamont. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for spending some time with me. I know you're probably busy, so I appreciate you, Lamont. Okay, be blessed. Um, Fee Nicole, sometimes I have the same problem too, and I gotta go to the good Lord. I'm like, God, please help me to be patient with the process, okay? Especially when I'm happy and excited about something and I can't wait. Because sometimes you can have the best product, right? But the timing isn't right to put it out. You agree with me on that? If you agree with me on that, type me a one in the chat, because I have experienced that. I have the right product, but the timing was wrong to push it out. And because of that, it hurt me, it hindered me. I'm telling you, it happened to me. And so I'm learning to be patient with the process. Just pray about it. And then when God's starting to realign some things, then I can say, okay, well, you know what? This is the right time. Another thing we talk about is faith over frustration. I know sometimes we may want to do things a certain way, and sometimes we get frustrated, but we got to activate faith, activate it. Okay, so when we pray about something, we don't pray for it over and over and over because we don't want to get God mad now. We just want to pray about it the one time and that's it. Just wait for Him to make His move on His time because His timing is everything, not ours. We don't know when is the right time. And I talked about that earlier. When He give us something, we're not even equipped because when He puts us in the preparation part of it, we're lack emotional intelligence. We don't even notice that He's preparing us, but we just want it so bad so quickly that when He gives it to us, we make a mess or we lose it because we don't know how to be humble enough to learn through the preparation. This could be your relationship either. You saw somebody, you like him or you like her, but you're just so over, I want to say overwhelmed, like you're so in love that you even miss certain things. Like you take some time to learn the steps, the person, what is your love language, right? How do they communicate with you? What is this person going through? Like take some time and don't mess it up. The same thing goes for your house. You're praying that you want a house, but the job isn't stable enough, or you're late on the rent all the time. Can you really manage the house? So when God is putting us in a preparation stage, we're not paying attention that, listen, even if you're in that apartment and you're paying rent for 12 months or 2 years, that is your preparation. Stop worrying about the house right now because you need to make sure you're paying rent on time every month so that when you get into your home or your house, so to speak, you're able to manage it. So a lot of time we make mess. We do it. We got to identify and know when God is putting us in a preparation mode. Dr. Swami said, as you grow stronger in spirit, soul, and body, expect more people to be imparted by your message. Yes, 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 yes. That is true. That is true. But we have to be aware and awaken and identify when God is working out something in your life. Hey, Crystal World, thank you for being here. Appreciate you, my sister. Divine timing is everything. Let's not be mad when something doesn't work out to our expectation. It doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. Let's wait upon Him because His time is always perfect. Don't miss the blessing now. And again, I said this earlier, avoiding costly mistakes. We've got to be careful of that because sometimes we move too early and we miss the blessing. And I talked about that too with my products. I remember a couple years ago when I had my products and I was so excited, but guess what? The timing wasn't right to even launch it. It wasn't. And you can have the product at the wrong people, and you can have the right people and the wrong product. So sometimes we just have to be patient, learn in the process so that we can position and put ourselves in alignment. Okay? And let's try to strive for peace within the process because peace is important. And anything that we're doing, peace is important, y'all. So let me just break now. How is everyone days going? Today is Tuesday, y'all. Time is going by so fast. Can you believe tomorrow is Wednesday? I want to know, check in with me. How are you guys feeling? Let me know. Drop it in a comment. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Let's be honest. How do we feel? Like today for me, today's a productive day for me, but it's not every day I wake up feeling good. I'm not going to lie to you. Like yesterday wasn't really a good day for me. It wasn't. Although I tried, it wasn't a good day. Certain things was happening. My daughter wasn't feeling well. Um, had to go into the emergency room with my daughter. So certain things wasn't yeah. But I can say today's a good day, so I thank God for that. Check in with me, y'all. Let me know how's everyone days going so far. Sleeping. Okay, so take a nap. Can you take a nap, for you, Nicole, or you're at work, or even if you can't sleep, close your eyes and just meditate a little bit. That works. Dr. Sumi, I don't know that emoji. What? I don't know. What does that emoji meant? Oh, you're at work. Okay, I see. I see. Okay. Do you have a lot more time left before you go home, or you still have a more? One thing for sure, Fee Nicole, don't watch the clock, okay? Because if you watch it, you keep gazing on it, it's going. So don't watch it. Listen, y'all. When I'm at work, well, not where I'm working at now, but my when I was working like in the tech as a tech, the hours were long, y'all. And let me tell you, every minute I'm watching the time. The two things I worry about when it's time to eat and when it's time to go home. That's all I was worried about. Cause listen, y'all, I love my belly. I could eat. Okay, 4:30. Okay, not bad, not bad. So don't watch the clock. Happy to know that your daughter. Okay, okay. I see what you're saying, Dr. Swami. Yes, she was having some little pain in here and there, but I prayed over her. And God is faithful. So she's good now. Well, not at her best, but a little better than yesterday. So thanking God for that. But yeah, when it comes down to timing and work, like the long hours working, all I cared about is time for snack, lunch, time to go home. Not that I didn't care about the job, but it was just the time was just too long. So, Dr. Swami, how's your day been going? Who we had here earlier? I know Lamont left. Crystal, how's your day going, Queen? Yeah, Nicole, Fee Nicole, good to go. She just have a few left. She's good. Y'all didn't answer me what I said about YouTube. Do you think YouTube should have a thing where these 8 people that is watching us online and not revealing themselves? You don't think? I think YouTube should drop it on the left hand side, like the little heads with the names, so we know. I don't know, maybe because I'm a tech, right? And because when I used to do programming back then, I don't really know it again like that because I'm kind of outdated right now. But when I used to do a lot of programming, and I was thinking, like, here I'm watching a live and I'm saying to myself, okay, I need to know who those 7 people who is watching, not saying anything. If there's a way for me to program it, and list them down on the, you know, so I'm not talking about those who are active with me. I'm just talking about the hidden one that is watching and not saying anything. But that's how I'm feeling though. All right. So we have, it should let you know who joined, like Instagram. Right, right, exactly. That's what I'm saying for you, Nicole. Because sometimes, like subconscious, I be thinking, I'm like, I wonder who is watching, and that's another thing too. Like the other day, I was in a restaurant, and I had a friend of mine told me, he was like, "Oh, I've been watching you." But I'm like, "You did you drop your comment or did you left?" He was like, "No, it's not something I do." But they people watch you and they don't they don't say anything. But on the day, he did told me that he consumed my stuff, but I would still like to know who is consuming. Just drop something, you know. But it is what it is. Dr. Soimi said, I think that's a good one, as I am also always interested in knowing who is watching but not chatting. Exactly. You get it, right? You get it. That's what I'm saying. I like that idea. Yes, I'm gonna drop it in YouTube feedback. And the fact that I'm saying it, I'm hoping that if they censor it, they'll find this one too. Hmm. But y'all, divine timing. I am learning, y'all. I'm 40 years old. And as a 40 years old woman, y'all, my life took an unexpectedly turn and I wasn't ready for it. And it's a decision that I had to make, and I wasn't ready to make the decision, but I had to, just to gain my peace back. And y'all, let me tell you, I struggled with it for a while. I prayed about it. I asked God. And when I think about me, it's being 40, and I'm like, girl, you get in there. You like, I have a hard time believing I'm 40 years old. I'm not delusional, but I have a hard time to believe that I'm 40. Like, I'm like, when did I reach 40? So such is life. It's likely to be on a feature soon. Hope so. Yeah, I hope that it come about. But y'all, yes, 40 years old, and it's like I look at life completely different. I feel like God is working on my mind. Like I feel like each day I wake up and it's just always constant ideas. It's always constant information. And so like I've never felt like this before. Never. And this is how I know that God is working on me. Because there's certain things that I would not think about. It's all coming here. But I do pray about it. I pray and I ask God, like, help me to say the right thing, help the right people, bring in transformation, help me on my life to become a better version of myself, being a true example. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's working on me. We got Terrifier in the building. What up, Terrifier? Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Try 48. I will 48 next. Wow. You don't look it at all, Fee Nicole. You don't. 48. Wow. Yeah, I'm 40 and I have a hard time believing it. I'm doing fine, Terrifier. God is good. I'm not complaining. It could have been worse, but I'm good and I'm thankful. Life is always in a season. Yes, absolutely, Dr. Swami. I've been learning that it's a season and I've got to embrace it, acknowledge it, and keep going. Yep. I have to experience the rise and the fall. But through it all, I have learned to trust on Jesus. Yes, you don't look it at all. Crystal, how are you? Yes, I got to enjoy the season. Right. And that's what I talked about, Dr. Swami. During the season, there's always lesson to learn. The preparation part of it, and it teaches a lot. And that's where the wisdom comes from. That's where the growth comes from. That's where the emotional intelligence comes from. You see what I'm saying? So it is vital to embrace it. A lot of people don't want the bad part, but that's life. Such is life. We can't always get the good because there's no success without failure. You can't teach something if you don't know it. Part of what I can teach or what I can talk is due to my experience. See, I don't like to leverage other people's stories. I'm not for that. I like to leverage my own stories, my own experience, because I'm confident. And when I come out here, I can speak with authority. Why? Because these are all my experience. You get it? We got Nina in the building. Hey, Nina. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. For those who just hopping, go ahead. Listen, I always love my 20 likes before I close my live, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. I'm just at 10. I'm not gonna stress it today. But for those who are watching in the back and not saying anything, and even if you choose not to say anything and to be quiet, the least you can do is to thumb it up. Okay? But yeah, I'm just grateful for life and the direction of where God is leading me. I'm not gonna question it, and I'm just trusting the process. Thank you, Dr. Soimi. I appreciate it. Yep. So we're only at 10, and I was hoping that I can get to the 20, but mm, I was hoping I could get to the 20. Dr. Soimi, appreciate your contribution. Okay. Everything counts. Listen, I always said it, encouragement, strength, and labor. This right here only tells me continue growing. Yep. So, Nina, how are you? You're good? Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. So, again, y'all, I always believe in this. Whatever that we plan, whatever that we desire in life, and when you pray about it and you feel like it's not happening fast enough, sometimes you just have to be patient with the process, okay? Because there's a lot of different things into the equation. God is putting us in situation of preparation, and we got to learn to be humble and patient during the process. We got Sophie in the building passing by. Oh, thank you, Queen. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you, Sophia. How is everything going with you? I know you said you're on your break, so I appreciate it because guess what? You could have been on someone else's live, or you could have been enjoying your food and your snack and on the phone, but you chose to be here. Appreciate you, Queen. That's good. That's good. Do you have a lot of time left at work, or you just got getting in? Then today we were talking about divine timing, okay? Waiting on God's timing and not, rushed it in a process because oftentimes flesh get the best of us. Sometimes we jump too quickly. Sometimes we don't seek guidance, we just do things based on how we feel, right? And sometimes the faith over frustration, we get frustrated too much and then we lose our blessing because sometimes we rush the process. So we're just talking about divine timing. Just trust that whatever plans that you have and whatever it is that you desire or aspire to do, when it doesn't happen, just know that God knows the reason why you didn't experience it yet, or He didn't bless you yet, rather. Just know that, be humble with the process. Okay, so you said you're in a humble environment. I started 10 minutes ago. Okay, okay, cool, cool. That's good. So you're working an 8 hour or like a 12-hour shift? I was talking about my well, not my last job, but my job when I used to work in IT. I was talking about my hours were so long that my clock always here. I'm watching the time every minute. And the only two things I cared about was when it's time to eat and when it's time to go home. I mean, I've worked, right? But the hours was just so long that I felt like the environment, it was just time for me to go. We got Linda in the building. Hey, Linda, thanks for being here. For those who just hop in, I would love for you to give this live stream a thumbs up so YouTube could push out this video. Y'all know this already, the way how the live work. Once you start, thumb it up, then YouTube start to do its thing by distributing it and put it where it needs to go. So I appreciate it. Okay, we got Big Trick. Hey, hi, how are you? Thanks for being here. How is your Tuesday going? And hoping all is well with you. Go ahead for me and double tap for those who just came in so YouTube could push this out. So Linda said, "Good afternoon. How are you? I am on a break at work. Love you. Thank you. I love you too, Linda. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you for being here. Linda, you've been rocking with me for a minute now. So I appreciate you. Okay. Uh, Big Trick, how is your day going? And Linda, how's the day going for you as well? I'm talking about divine timing. I feel like timing is everything. Sometimes we rush the process on things that we want to do, and sometimes God is not ready for it yet. He's not ready to bless us yet. But again, sometimes when we ask for certain things too much and He give it to us because we're out of patience to wait for it, sometimes we make a mess. So I was talking about that, being patient, waiting on God's timing. Our timing doesn't really work. His timing, He knows when we need certain blessing, right? And sometimes I always say that perfect alignment is everything, right? um when we say perfect alignment, sometimes He put the right people, He put the right resources, and the right opportunity. So we were talking about that today. Okay. And if you're interested, Big Trick, you can go ahead also and catch the replay. Everything is going to be up in here. Sometimes I try not to be too redundant because I have a track record of repeating myself like twice or so. And I don't know if because I have children or I'm in a school system. When you're trying to get someone to learn something, you'll say it a couple times. So I'm trying to mitigate of me saying it. But if you would like, you can always watch the replay. Sophia said, I'm now an online nurse. Since COVID, I sold my office and keep 5 patients. I work 3 hours a day in my home office. Nice, nice, nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. So you control your own. That's awesome, Sophia. Keep it up. Keep it up. Big Trick said, I understand. Well done, Sophia. Yes, absolutely. That's awesome. At the same time, my grandkids are homeschooled, so it's busy. Okay. Well, I'm sure you got things under control in terms of like time management in between it. And maybe you can in the studio where they have those little sponges, maybe you can put a few sponges up inside your office so that you can mitigate the noise, right? Those things help sometimes. It reduces the sound outside. All right. You can look it up on Amazon. I'm not sure if you have it already, but I know those goes a long way. Okay. They call them, what's the name of it again? I forgot the name of it, but if you put um studio studio oh my gosh, it can't come to, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Those little sponges thing that they put inside the studio, those help. Yeah. We got Top Notch in the building. Hey, Top Notch, appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much. For those who just, a few of you just hop in, and I'm not seeing those light going up. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Let's get some thumbs up so you two could push out this live streaming. I appreciate your time being here. Okay, yes, yes, Sophia. Those will help because it helps me too. At one during the COVID time, I was also working from home. The same job that I was telling you about, the long hours job. I was home for almost a year as well, and my household is noisy. We got kids in the house and everything, and I had those, and it really helped me. It really did. I put them closely to the door in certain little areas, so it helped. But God is faithful, y'all. God is faithful. I'm not complaining. I'm thankful. I try to be here as often as I can. Quick recap, please. Oh, I gotta repeat it again. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. But let me just tell you what I talked about today. We talk about divine timing, right? Um, and when I say divine timing, top notch, sometimes we want things our way. We want it right now, instantly, right? And sometimes God don't give it to us because we aren't ready for it. We're not prepared for it, right? And so sometimes we got to learn how to embrace those preparation time whenever we need something. Let me give you a prime example. Let's just talk about a house. You're probably praying for a house. You need a house, right? But you're renting right now and you're not paying the rent on time. What I'm saying is we got to pay attention to how God is putting us in alignment. Meaning, this is just an example though. I'm just saying The preparation is learning to pay the rent on time within the first year or second year, rather. And this is the preparation part so that when we reach into our house, we're able to make sure we can pay the mortgage on time. So, what I'm saying is sometimes we move too quick. Sorry, y'all. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, whenever a phone call comes in, it just cut me right off. What I'm saying is that sometimes we move too quickly and we're not in position yet. And so, therefore, when we're not in position and when we ask for it and ask for it too much and He gives it to us, we make a mess because we're not in alignment. We're not in position. We weren't ready yet. We were too ignorant. We were out of patience, and most of all, flesh get the best of us. Okay? So we were talking about that earlier. And avoiding costly mistakes, like I said, moving too early. So all of that stuff we were talking about. So if you would like, you can always watch the replay. Yeah. Yeah. So for me, I like to speak on valuable topic that we can take something from. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not one of those streamers that come up here and talk foolishness. Like, it have to add some value to you and I. Sometimes I go back and I watch my life, even though I cringe sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you. I cringe. I'm like, Camille, you could have said this differently. Camille, all of that you just said, you could have just break the yeah, I've been having those thoughts, y'all. But it is what it is. When these live come out, you know. And then also, public speaking is something that, like, I want to be a, like, for woman empowerment events. I've done a few before, so my live streamings are actually helping me to prepare myself, when there is more, because that's something eventually I want to do. um but yeah, that's it. Tapna said, that's exactly why I like listening to your channel. Oh, thank you. I really do appreciate your feedback. Let me tell you guys, your feedback means a lot to me. I'm just letting you know that I don't have it all together. I don't know everything. But when I come up here and I do talk, I speak based on experience. I don't like to leverage other people's stories. I like to talk about mine. All right. So 80% of the time, when you see me come up here and I will speak on certain things, is because of due to my experience. And I'm young still. I mean, I'm 40, but life curveball, okay? So I talk about my curveballs. Such is life. And I embrace them, and God is working on me. That's all I can say. I know I'm becoming a better version of myself. I feel it, I see it, and all of that good stuff. So we have Classic Hairstyle in the building. Hey, Classic, thank you for being here. We're at 13 likes, y'all, and I have quite a few people that came in today. I would love for you to hit the like or the heart so YouTube could push out this video, okay? Anything that you can add to this community so YouTube could push it out, I'd appreciate it. How is your day going, Classic? Are you at work? How's everything going with you? And I'm letting you know in advance that I appreciate all the loves and like here, okay? How is this Tuesday treating you so far? And top notch, how about yourself? How's the day going for you? Are you at work, working on a project? What's going on? I'm at work, just checking in. Okay, okay. You have a long time to go or about to go home? At work, it's slow. Did most of my work during the weekend. Okay, great. It's always good to be proactive, top notch. So that's good. That's good. So for me, when I do my live, I always do it when I come home from work because I work early in the morning. For me, I'm up by 5. Drop the baby at the daycare by 6, and then I'm at work for 7, and I get home by 2:30. So sometimes you'll see me go live from about 3, in between 3 and 5. That's the time frame I usually go live. Today was a different situation. I started my life early today at 2 o'clock, just because certain situation changed today. But normally I go between 3 and 5. Yes, long time to go. Long time. Okay, don't watch the clock. Make sure you have snacks, okay? Have snacks so you can, and even though you got to be careful with the snacks, no, because that got me fat. Well, let's say fat, but it put the, in the wrong place. Oh, you seem genuine and authentic. Oh, thank you, Sophia. Yes, I have to be myself. Like I can't do the only thing that is different. Like I speak Patois home because I'm Jamaican, so I have a Jamaican accent. I'm sure you hear it. So that's the only thing. If anybody were to be like, oh, she's fake, maybe they'll probably say, oh, she speak Patois home. Otherwise, the reason why I speak proper English up here is because my audience are from the US. So I have to speak to make sure my audience understand what I'm saying, and so I can deliver my message with deliverable. You understand? But I don't have time to be like someone else. I don't, because this requires time to remember. And when you're pretending to be like someone else, sometimes you end up lying in the process of it. You try to keep up. I don't have no time for that. No time. And that's one thing I always prayed about: authentic and generosity. Yeah. So I thank you for that. I appreciate you for acknowledging that. Okay. Top Knot says you're ready for Labor Day weekend. Any plans? I'm No, I don't really have any plan. I don't. If I was in New York City, though, even though we don't celebrate Labor, well, I wouldn't say we don't. I don't go on the Parkway like New York City. They have the Labor Day weekend. They go out and dress up in the costume and stuff like that. I used to do that years ago when I was in New York. But normally the family will have like a little barbecue or something. When I'm not doing that this year. Yeah. How did you get back in shape? Oh, we got Sweet Tooth here. Hey, Sweet Tooth. I'm trying to avoid snack. Um, I'm gonna be honest to you. So I'm a herbal girl. When I say herbal, I don't drink a lot of milk. I drink tea. I'm not really a coffee drinker. Every now and then I'll drink coffee, maybe like 4 times for the year. But I'm gonna tell you, garlic is my best friend. Um, when I have my children, I drink garlic like 2 or 3 times for the week. I drink it at night because it helps to flush the system. Garlic is not something that you take every day because it's also a blood thinner. Okay. So be mindful of that. But I drink a lot of garlic. I drink ginger. I take cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is good for blood flow, right? I drink cinnamon tea as well. You know, the little cinnamon, I drop it and I drink it because it gives me energy. Um, I don't eat perfectly, but I try to incorporate a lot of vegetable inside my food. But I don't, drink a lot of milk or dairy and stuff like that. What else? I work out too. Like I tone up my body. Um, Oh gosh, I hate when this happened. Every time a call comes in, guess what happened? YouTube stuck it, and I hate that last picture that got stuck. My nose was like, but anyway, um, so who said walk the stairs? Yeah, so Top Knot says walk the stairs. Yeah, so that's a great idea. Walking help a lot. I don't really walk a lot, but I used to bike ride a lot as well. I kind of have like my home gym, few things I have in the house. But like I said, I had to stop working out because I felt like I was losing weight. And when I started to get skinny and this started to get like too skinny, it made me look like I'm starving. So I had to control that. Okay. All right. Yeah, so listen, we want to get to 20 likes, y'all. I don't really like to ask for it, but when you come in here, I would really do appreciate you if you can run it up so you two could push it out. No sound. Wait, what about right now? Can you guys hear me or no? What about now? Oh my God. All of that I was just chatting. See you later. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Have a great one. Oh, Spice Dread, how are you? Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Go ahead for me. Run up those likes so you two could push it out. How is your day going? How's everything? Check. So all that time I was just chatting and nobody can hear me. I'm not gonna repeat. I'm back, but we missed some tips. Oh, okay, okay. What was the last thing you heard me say so I don't have to repeat everything? Tell me, what was the last thing? Going home from work. Okay, good, good, good. Was it a long day or short? Make sure you rest and relax when you get home. Me time. Self-care is important, okay, Spice Thread? Herbal tea. Okay, okay, yes. So I was telling you that garlic tea is a major component for me. It helps me, so I sleep most of it. You sleep most of it. You're a mess sleeping most of it. I get it though. Sweet tooth. Yeah, so I worked out and I tone up, but I try not to do too much of it because I was saying earlier, and maybe you didn't hear me, like when I work out I feel like I'm losing the weight in the wrong areas. Like I didn't want to lose my arms, I didn't want to lose up here nor my legs, and but I felt like I was losing it more as opposed to like my stomach area in which I was trying to work on. But herbs help me a lot, so I drink a lot of cinnamon, cayenne pepper I put inside of like the cinnamon tea because that good for your blood flow. Also when I do drink like the garlic, it's more at night because those things help out when you're sleeping at night. It flushes the system, it marinates, right? So those things are important. But overall, and I try to eat good. I'm not the best, but I try to eat good as well. That's the best I can say what I do. I don't want to lose it, but I lose it because I can feel it in my clothes. But yeah, I think I was working out too much at the time. So if I was wearing like size 10, now I'm wearing like size 8. So that's it. I don't want to do anymore. You're welcome. Appreciate you for being here. Yep, you're right about that, Dread. I don't. And then I'm 42, so no, I'm 40 years old. When I say I'm 42, I was trying to elaborate on my sentence, but you probably took it the wrong way. So I'm 40. What I'm saying is that I'm trying to still look somewhat like decent. I don't want to be one of those women like, okay, um, I'm 40, so I could leave myself, any kind of way. That hasn't been my thing. Because sometimes I feel like women on a whole, sometimes I feel like because when you start having children, they start to just get comfortable and leave themselves any and any way. I didn't want to do that for me. I said to myself, okay, even if I'm having my kids, I still want to maintain my shape. I still want to maintain just looking decent so I can feel good. Nothing like when you put on your clothes and you look good, you feel good. That is important to me. So I make sure that not just the mental, but on both side of the spectrum, you know what I mean? Outside, inside is more important to me because health is wealth. So I made sure when it comes down to my health, I try to stay on top of it. All right. But y'all, listen, I'm at 16 likes. Come on, y'all. Y'all know before I close out my live streaming, I want to get to 20. So for those who just hop in, go ahead for me and double tap So you two could push this out. I want to get to 20 likes before I close out. But we talked about a lot here today. We talked about divine timing. Timing is everything. We should not rush things when things aren't working out to our expectation. Sometimes we need to be patient on the process of it, because truth be told, God is preparing us, right? He's putting us in a situation so we can learn, we can grow, and then we can elevate, right? But sometimes we let flesh get the best of us. Sometimes we lack emotional intelligence. Sometimes we jump and react too quickly. And in most cases, we miss the blessings because we jump too quickly. So we was talking about that today. If you would like, you can always watch my replay because I made sure I deliver in this. Sometimes I'm kind of, all over, but you know me already, right? But y'all, 16 likes, I mean,